Hi, I'm Curtis G. Schmidt, author of Peaceful Productivity Now, The Busy Person's Guide to Getting Things Done and Loving Life, available at Amazon.com. I'm here to talk to you today a little bit about how to make a shift in the area of your life, your health. And one of the questions that I get asked commonly is, Curtis, listen, I know it's important to eat healthy and to exercise, but I just can't seem to find the time or motivation to do so. So that's what I want to talk about today. Now, some people look at me and I'm pretty healthy, and they say, how can you really give advice on health because you've never really struggled with it? Well, we all struggle with these things. I've gone through periods of time in my life where, I was very unhealthy. My weaknesses tend to be pizza, beer, and nachos. So those are my comfort foods, and when I'm feeling emotional or down or something, going through a tough period of time, those are the things that I fall back to. So I struggle with these same challenges myself. Now, looking at that question, I know it's important, but I can't find the time to do it. There are two main points I'd like to make. Two shifts I'd like to suggest for you. The first one has to do with this question of finding time. So we all have 24 hours a day. So there really is no more time. It's not like you're going to find a 25th hour somewhere hiding under your bed or in your closet or something like that. So you need to shift your focus away from time and to the question of, what am I choosing to do with my time? What am I choosing to do with those 24 hours a day? So that's the first shift you want to make. It's choice, not time. You want to focus on choice and not time. Now, the second shift has to do with this idea of importance. So when you say that you know that something is important, do you feel that it's important? That's a key distinction there. And if you do, what feels more important so you're not actually choosing your health and exercise and things like that. So this is a feeling thing. It's not a thinking thing. That's really the point I'm making, is that importance is a felt thing. It's not about, what's up here and what you know intellectually. It's what you feel. So how do we shift our feelings? Again, it's focus. So let me give you an actual example of a client that I worked with. So this was somebody who was overweight and found himself overeating at pretty much every meal, and he was stuck in this pattern. He wanted to be healthier, but whenever he ate a meal, he would overeat because eating all that food made him feel happy. Now, of course, afterwards he would feel bad about it, but while he was doing it, he would feel happy. So when I started working with him, we started to explore some of his values. What are the things that are really most important to him? And one of the values that we came upon fairly quickly was this idea of fairness. That was one of his highest values. So I suggested that he look into how overeating might violate this value, how maybe it's unfair. And what he came up with was this idea that when he ate a lot more than he actually needed for his own nutrition and sustenance, he was taking more than his share of the food supply. So in effect, he was taking food that belonged to other people and he was consuming it himself. So that allowed him to feel differently about this choice to overeat. And when he started to feel differently, he was able to make different choices and choose smaller portions and things like that. So it was a shift for him. It was a perspective shift. So the question is, what is it for you? So that was what worked for him, but what is it for you? What perspective could you take that might change the way that you feel about the choices you're making? So that's your homework. So let's review. So I gave you two shifts. The first shift is that it's about time. It's about choice and not time. So you want to focus off of time, stop worrying about finding the time, and focus on why am I making the choices I'm making. The other shift has to do with what feels important to you and how to make something that you know intellectually is a change you want to make, how to make that feel differently so that you start to make the choices in alignment with that. So your homework is this. Start to think about your values. Start to think about when you say you want to eat healthier and exercise, start to think about what values line up with those kinds of choices. And then think about the reverse. Think about when you're not eating healthy and you're not exercising, what values are you violating? And that should shift your perspective. That should give you a new way to view the situation so that you start to feel differently about it and you can make some new choices. So I invite you to share your successes and your challenges with this exercise, either by emailing me or you can comment on this video. And good luck. Let me know how it goes for you. So I am Curtis G. Schmidt, wishing you peace and passion in everything that you do. Thanks.